Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, guys, finally, we are talking Euphoria Season 2, Episode 8, the season finale recap and review. All my life, my heart has yearned for a thing I cannot name. That is the name of this episode. Snippets of memory collide with the present and the future. And guys, I just want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. We are going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out. As if you've already seen it, you have been warned. And as you can see, guys, I am not alone. I have my lovely guest, my lovely co-host, Miss Tara, with Struggle Reviews TV right here. Hello, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm okay. We finally talking about this episode.
I know. And guys, it's my fault. I think it'll be this Sunday, 2 weeks since it came out.
Yeah.
And so that's my bad. There are two reasons why it took us so long to get this recap out. One is I just been falling in love with Snowfall. That took all of my, time and energy. Even when I saw this episode when it debuted almost 2 weeks ago, right afterwards, I just started another episode of Snowfall. So y'all make sure I go check my episode recaps out with that right there. And also, I don't know, man. This episode broke my heart. It was quite sad, and this was a very entertaining episode, but it was also very draining for me physically and emotionally and mentally and all that good stuff. I don't know how Tyra feels. She's gonna tell you in a second. Also, unfortunately, we don't have our other main man, OneTakeBigDog, here today. We wanted him to be here, but unfortunately, just things happen and our schedules could not combine. But he will be back on the channel maybe for a Bel Air recap, maybe for some Snowfall, something else. We're gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna keep on talking real quick. If you love what me and Tyra have to say, you can follow us both on social media. Her information is also, or our handles on the screen. Her information is in the description box of this video. And like always, you can head over to my channel tab and bam, you will see her right there, second row, right there, smack dab in the middle. And this is what her YouTube channel looks like. So make sure you subscribe and follow her on everything and show her some love. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, Tyra, we are finally here to wrap this thing up. I think I have a brief idea how you feel, but I don't want to make any assumptions. So, as we're wrapping this up right here, the season finale, let us know how you felt about this episode. If you liked it, if you hated it, you somewhere in the middle, let the people know. And this is a recording, not live, just in case somebody was confused.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. I am in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle 2 weeks later because that first viewing, I was like, fuck this show.
Yeah.
I was mad. I felt like a lot of things done here in this last episode weren't warranted. And it felt like it was just, pure shock value stuff going on. And I didn't feel like we went out on a good note after we started up the season. I felt like we could always depend on every single episode to be, if not better than the last one. They were all good. So to get here and we kind of get episodes 7 and 8, and it just not fulfill me in the way that I thought it should, especially when it takes us so long to get another season. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. So I wasn't rushing to talk about this episode at all.
I feel you on that. But let me just pry a little bit. Why don't you be a little specific? What is something, just one thing, because the episodes are hour long. What is the thing that pissed you off the most?
You know what that one thing was?
Yes,
like
I want to
playing
know.
with these people.
I don't want to play with these people.
Ashtray.
Yeah, they killed our
We're not
baby
gonna
Ashtray.
We're not gonna play.
Yeah.
They killed off Ashtray in the worst way to me. We knew. I mean, we talked about these episodes, so I was like, no, something's gonna happen. Ashtray's gonna, do something, and we're gonna have fast. Like I had this mapped out in my mind that we were gonna get here, but I never thought for once that he would be killed off. I thought that we would end up, with Fast taking the rap for something he did, or him trying to defend him, or just the situation with the mouse character as a whole, not a whole additional murder, not that Grand Theft Auto standoff that we got at the end.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I just felt like this was not Ashtray. Like, when did we get here? Like, he's a lot of things, but the stupidity we got in this last episode, I just did not feel like that was him. And just to kill him off like that, I hated it.
Yeah, I could not agree more. But let me just backtrack a bit. Now, overall, this was still a great episode, even if I don't like it from a subjective point of view. If I look at it objectively, I mean, I forget his name, Sam Levine. I'm sorry, Sam Levinson.
No.
He knows how to direct. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't remember if he directed this episode specifically, but the creator of the show, the writers, all that. I mean, when you have not Maddie, but Cassie walking down the aisle as she's breathing like a demon through the glass door, just her going slow-mo and them using the sound effects of her footsteps, her stepping on the playbill, and how that image is shot. How they did the scene that we're talking about, Ashtray dying, it was still a beautifully shot scene. Beautiful. I mean, the whole sequence is just amazing. The soundtrack, the sound mixing, the design, all of that. I mean, they had all the types of violins and pianos and all types of instruments. It was a beautiful production in and out, you know. But like you said, they had to kill Ashtray. Why, Tyra? Why?
It was for dramatic effect. That's what I feel like. And if not, you know, for the Ashtray situation, I personally thought I was a little tired of the play narrative. I thought any moment that I thought like, okay, we're done and we're back to reality, we were still in the play. We were in the play outside of Ashtray and Fesco's situation, just like the episode prior. We remained in that play and didn't get back to real scenarios that entire episode, even when we really thought we were getting genuine things that are, you know, corresponding after the play is over and the way their Rue feels now. It was still the play. I was like, damn, we're still here. Really? I was thinking that we would snap back into reality a lot sooner than we did. I thought after we had Cassie storm the stage and try to, you know, take some of Lexi's shine away, and you know she's upset about the situation with Nate, and you know we have the fight transpire between her and Maddie. I thought we were done, and we were still going. I was like, I don't know how I feel about us still being in this play. I really want to get to some real answers and some real situations with these people. We're not gonna see them for 2 years.
That's true. Now, and earlier you said the way that episode 7 and 8 wrapped up, you wasn't too happy with. I actually liked episode 7 a lot.
Oh yeah, I love episode 7. Okay. I love episode 7. I'm not liking that it subtracted from this episode because of the play aspect. Like I thought after the situation with Nate, we knew that they were that she was gonna storm and, you know, go up on the stage. I thought after that would be the end and they would take their bows, and we just kept going.
I feel that way about another scene that I'll come up to in a second, because every time they bring this certain sequence up, I drown out. Like if you ask me a pop quiz, Brandon, what was they trying to break down in this scene right here? I would be like, I don't know. I would get all the answers wrong. I would get an F because I just always drown out. But the thing about it is, earlier, I think in episode 7, I think I told y'all that I was a bit annoyed by all the transitions from real life to the play. In episode 8, I actually liked it.
No, that's what I feel different.
Yeah. I feel different.
I got annoyed in 8. I was fulfilled with 7. I wanted to get back to reality.
Especially them showing the relationship between Rue and Lexi. Yeah. You know, I forgot exactly the lines of dialogue they was using, but it looked like she was very clean at the moment. You know, I don't know if she was wearing makeup or not, but she looked like she'd been off the drugs for a while. She said, me staring at, we're talking about Rue here, me staring, looking at your play is the first time I can look at my life and not hurt myself, but hate myself. Yeah. And she says that I've been through a lot. You've been through a lot too. But you know how to get through it and I don't, or you know how to navigate through it. I'm paraphrasing here. And then it transitioned to the play. I thought that was beautiful. I was like, oh, I like how they did that, but I guess you don't feel the same.
No, that part pissed me off. Really? It pissed me off. I was so mad because at that moment when we have, you know, Rue's looking clean, it looked like some time had went by, and I felt fulfilled. I was like, okay, good. We're getting somewhere. We've left the play. But to see that none of that actually happened in real time, and this was just a reflection of what Lexi was feeling, that Rue would feel after seeing her play. This was all playing out in the play. None of that actually happened in real life. So
really, are you sure about that?
That's what I got from it.
Okay.
That's what I got from it, because at the end of the episode, we end off with Rue just walking out of the play and going off into who knows what, but she's leaving the school and leaving the situation after she speaks with Jules. I didn't once that happened, I was like, well, damn, that means that didn't actually happen. Rue and Lexi didn't actually have that closure in that conversation, and it seemed like they were going to embark more on their friendship. And I think she asked her, did she want to come over and then hang out or something to that effect. And it just went right back to the play, and I was like, oh, this is Lexi's perspective of what's going to happen or correspond between her and Rue once this play is over. This is what she wants to see from their friendship. This is not what's actually happening in the scene and in the show.
Okay, nice. Y'all let us know what you think in the comment section, whether you agree or disagree. Are you team Tyra or you team Brandon B. Avery? Let us know. Now, no, I like that. I'm not trying to brush you off.
Well, no, because you got to think about it. We never actually left the school. The only aspects that left the actual school, which were already the outside elements, in that episode 7, we have the situation with Nate. He's not there. And we have the situation with Ashtray and Fesco. Those things are happening, simultaneously as the play is happening. None of that stuff. It was just, Lexi perspective. This was all a part of her play. And that's what began to make me upset, because I'm like, I thought we were getting real answers and something to maybe look forward to in the new season, as far as where Rue is in her relationship with Lexi or with Jules or just whatever. But it was like, boom, no, this is still the play. And we, transition back into those actors sitting there. And I'm like, oh, okay, this didn't actually happen. Kind of like what we had when you were questioning, what's going on with Cassie. Is this, how would Lexi know this? Because this is all being told from Lexi's perspective. So this didn't really happen.
Let me ask you about Cassie. How you feeling about her now? She's still just batshit crazy. I haven't, we're recording the video now, so of course I haven't uploaded it, but I think I'm gonna have as my caption, straight chaos, hilarious and sad at the same time. Or I don't know, maybe I'll throw in there Cassie is nuts or whatever. But man, this is a 10 out of a 10, perfect icing at the top of the cake with all the cherries and sprinkles of the biggest blow up bomb in high school drama you could imagine. Alexia is called a bystander by her own blood, her sister. Yeah. She's putting everybody on blast, and Alexia is still a villain in my opinion too. Ain't nobody redeemable to me. There's levels to it as well. She's putting everybody on blast, and Cassie, dumbass, just makes it worse because she can't control her emotions. She just goes up there and loses it.
Yeah.
Just loses her god dang mind. She yelling, people not taking her seriously. Show us your boobs. Yeah. I was laughing my ass off at that. Her mama coming up there, she kissing Ethan. I just thought that was brilliant. But go ahead.
After I've had some time away from the show just to listen to other perspectives, I was like, okay, well, yeah, I think as a whole, we didn't really consider Lexi and what all she was doing. We identify and love Lexi so much, we didn't really whole ass acknowledge, well, yeah, this is a bit much. Yes. This is a whole lot, the way that she's laying everybody's shit out bare. Yeah. And, as soon as we thought it was over, we have old girl coming around on the carousel, humping on. It's just like, damn, you really like Lexi, you still going in? And Cassie's like, no, I don't want y'all to see none of that shit. No, stop. Stop. And of course, we know that this is Lexi being expressive and this is her moment. But at the same time, this is a lot, just for me to digest on my own myself. And you're letting everybody in the school see it. So I know that it was a lot. But I was with her. Like, I love, the mom was getting up there. She's like, you ain't, we did good all this time. Girl, don't bring your ass up here with that. This is a part of the play. Like, everything's fine. I'm not letting you steal your sister's moment. Just let her have this. But it was more than that. It was supposed to be, taking her down a peg, getting vengeance for like, Nate, you ruined my relationship. And I was with Maddie. Somebody need to sit her ass down. Let me go and get her. I was so done with that at that moment. I was so mad that
Get out of
all we
there.
got from Cat, no, like leave
Yeah.
her the hell alone.
Thank
Don't sit
you. I
down,
was out.
Cat.
Thank you.
Leave
Thank you.
her alone,
Yeah.
Cat.
That
Like
was
just like
awful.
let her go. And
That was
she went
awful.
and slapped the shit out of
Bow.
the slap heard around the world, the slaps that we were all waiting on. But the fact that it, even at that moment for her, it still wasn't about Nate. It's like, damn, even though we all, at some point in the play, we felt some type of way about what we saw, we still accepted it as, for what Lexi's vision. We see what she's trying to do and we can appreciate that. Cassie was just like, no, bitch. Cassie was so mad.
Right. It was
And
crazy.
it was just like, you just saw some growth on everybody's part at that moment, except Cassie. Cassie is still very stuck. Cassie looks deranged. She is so in love, and it's scary to look at.
It's very, very sick. Now, on the flip side, while Lexi is still a villain, it's still Cassie's fault because, I mean, nobody. I was thinking to myself initially. I think I said this in episode 6 or 7. It was probably 7. That they're using fake people and they're using fake names. Will the students and the faculty and whatnot be able to match up the names and stuff like that? I thought it was obvious. But apparently it wasn't, because
I said no. Remember, I told y'all no.
Okay. But I
told y'all when Nate, got up and was like, "Oh, I'm like, you giving yourself away for all these people." No, they don't know. This could all be for show. She could be adding on her own storylines. They don't know you people personally, but you putting the bigger stamp on this shit is official because you going up there screaming at the bitch on the carousel. Right. Calm down.
Maddie was jumping in, giving her, filling in the blanks, and the other random girl was like, why? I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Like, shit don't happen like this in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we've all heard some stories, but I mean, like I said, this is just icing on the cake entertainment just for high school drama. And another thing, like, I just lost my train of thought. What I was about to say, my goodness gracious, just left. It was about Cassie. Oh yes, Cassie on the carousel. Just imagine you masturbating, which is something that everybody does, and you get caught. Okay, that's already embarrassing, but the person that catches you wants to go put it in a play or have a recording and let everybody know. That's just crazy. Now, on the other flip side, okay, you are the one, Cassie, that did do this in public. It was at a park where everybody could see you, but still, man,
it was like secondhand embarrassment a second time, because you remember that episode. Even after the carousel, all those people were standing around looking at her like, "What the hell are you doing?"
She was
like,
tripping.
"Again, you're doing this to me again, Lexi." Like, I just don't know what this means for Cassie, and moving forward. Like, she has had no growth at all this season. Like, she is very stifled in her love for Nate.
That's true. Now, there has been a character in this season 2 that I just have despised. I mean, they are just so gross. I talk about them all the time. I know who what I'm talking about, but they came through in this episode right here. Who am I talking about, Miss Tara? Who am I talking about?
Through.
Yeah.
Somebody
came through.
Oh, Faye.
Yes. Slow motion Faye. I mean, oh God. Ever since she shot that heroin in her vagina, I just been like, blah, like, that was so gross.
I had no faith in Faye. I had no faith in Faye whatsoever.
She came through. She was like, She was like, be quiet. Don't say nothing.
I was surprised.
Don't say nothing. At first I thought she had the K-Swiss on, but she had them I think it was like some Air Max or something with the rainbow colors. And yeah, man, Faye came through. And while we are, we got to talk about this, of course. The thing that pissed us off the most. I don't know why these pictures are blown out of order, but your boy is getting ready to go. And like I said, Mouse, I'm not Mouse, but I'm finna call him Carlton. What is his name again? I forgot. I forgot his name. Dang. Somebody
Mouse's henchman. I don't know.
I
can't remember his name.
I want to call him Carlton, but I know that's not his freaking
it's something
name.
With the C. It's not Carlton.
It's not Cal. I'm looking on IMDb right now because it's gonna bug the hell. Custer. There we go. Custer. His real name is Tyler Chase. I got it right there. There you go. But Custer, I mean F Custer. What I'm getting at is, what's his name? Not Ashtray, but man, Fesco had everything under control. Faye came through.
Yes.
If dumbass Ashtray just would have waited 5 more seconds,
Don't
I
call
mean,
her.
you know what I'm saying? Look, hey, all right, big fella, let's get you out of here. Okay,
Oh.
we don't know what you're talking about. Take your phone, take your bag. Bye bye. I'm finna go to this play. Everybody would be alive
So
and
mad.
well.
They had
But
the perfect scapegoat. Mouse already had a connection to old girl who had the drugs. Like that, I was like, oh, this is how we're gonna wrap it up because we didn't get any closure as far as what happened with Rue. Was she gonna pay her? Was she gonna come back? What's going on with her? We didn't get any closure. I said this would be perfect to wrap that up if they pin this on her and the cops go after her and they walk away from this whole situation. What took me out of the scene was you vividly hear her, like, hey, what is her name? What's her name? Lucinda or what is it? Lucille?
Yeah. Something.
What is it? With the we all messed up. We ain't busy. The 2 weeks. We sad. 2 weeks away from these characters and we forget names. But the lady who had the
talking about Lori, you talking about Lori? You talking about Lori?
Yeah, Lori.
Okay, yeah, Lori.
She's Mouse. Remember Lori? She's pinning it. It was there. It was the perfect out. And she's like, don't say anything. And Ashtray hears this, but they decide to just have him persist and kill him anyway. And it was given in the whole scene, in that whole show, it was like Ashtray wanted to die. That's what I didn't understand, because he was going out of his way to die. Yeah, what was that supposed to do for us?
I'm trying to give him excuses like, okay, maybe because he's 12 years old and he been there since he was like 8 months, 1 year old. So he literally knows nothing else. I mean, he can't go to school. He has no social skills. He's going to beat everybody's ass on the playground. You know what I'm saying?
But he's always I always see Ashtray as smart and calculated. Yes. He's always on his toe. He's always very aware, waiting, calculated about his moves. Yes. So to do something like that when they had the perfect out to walk away from that situation and get Lori out of the picture and go forward, and he's telling him, it's just like, stop. He heard it. It wasn't a misunderstanding. Right. It's not like he stabbed him and that situation came up and it was like, oh, I stabbed him and I didn't even know if we had it out or who was listening to this recording or who was going to come in or cops. I didn't know we had an option or a way out of this. He heard the way out and he still persisted to stab him in the neck. And he doesn't say, that's what kills me. He doesn't say anything in the scene. I believe this whole episode, he didn't say one word.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say anything. And it was like no remorse, no care. It's just like, it was just like, I'm tired and it was like, I'm tired and I just want to die. It was almost like I just want to I want Fesco to be free. It was almost like he felt like a burden, like he needed to get rid of himself. And I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, he was on guard anyway. I'm thinking like, don't you know he recording? I know you see the phone. I know Fesco pointed it out to him, but you're smart enough to. It doesn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense, and I see people trying to match that up with the same energy. Like, well, yeah, this is Ashtray. He's the silent killer. You see what he did to Mouse. You see, so yes, but Mouse at that moment different. Was an immediate threat. He was a constant threat. You just never knew what was going to happen with that. He had a reason to react to that. This situation here, this is totally different. And I feel like they use his death as just shock value for everybody to have a moment at the end of the season to go, oh my God, because this is all that anybody had to talk about. I don't think anybody expected this. We expected somebody to go to jail. That's totally different.
Right. But you're going to be alive.
To die. Yeah.
And it's interesting too, like what type of sentence would he have got if he would have been walked out there?
Exactly.
He's a 12-year-old white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate the way the system works, but I'm saying he could have used that white privilege easy.
He's a 12-year-old white boy who's grown up in that type of environment. He doesn't know. He had every out. And that's what I thought we were going to get. I was like, we're going to get Fesco stepping up, take the fall for Fesco. When Fesco, not Fesco, for Ashtray, when he's just 12, he'll probably get released early, probably be out before he's 18, go to some little juvenile camp, get some therapy. He doesn't have to do it, but we're going to have Fesco in jail, and we're going to have Ashtray on the outside dealing with it. Like, this is not what I expected at all.
That would have worked. That would have worked right there. Or Ashtray could have been in juvie all of season 3 and came back in season 4 or at the end of season 3. But you're just gonna take away our favorite character like this. Or you know, I mean, I'm heartbroken. And what makes matters worse is they poured salt on the wound is when it initially went down and we were seeing her look at the phone. they were going back and forth between Lexi and Ashtray in their everyday phone conversations. They're talking about Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
You know, he eating cereal, talking about little families and pigs and goats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, and now you're just like, you definitely not gonna have that story now with him and Lexi together. You know, I mean, that people wanted to see Lexi and Fesco be together more than see Rue get cleaned up. You know,
they shot it down so quickly. We didn't even get all we wanted was for him to make it, and we knew he didn't make it. We just had hope, you know, that this situation was going to be salvaged. And you know, I kept saying like, well, where are we going to go from here? Lexi not going to be able to write him letters in prison. Like we can't have a relationship this way. We can't do nothing with this. But I thought that was going to be the only shot that we were going to have to take, as far as like, damn, we really didn't get what we wanted. We got that, and y'all killed Ashtray. It was too much.
I gotcha. How you feel about Captain Panty Drop over here trying to, you know, with these lyrics and Elliot?
That scene irritated the fuck out of me.
Really? Why?
I was like, damn, Elliot. Right now, you know, this is the last episode we're gonna get, and the last bit of tea that we're gonna get as far as our characters from Euphoria. I do not want to hear you sing your song for 20 minutes. that went on for too goddamn long, and he could sing. I was like, okay, cool. Elliot has some talent. They're having this whole revelation of, you know what, hey, you were probably right. We were toxic, you know, towards each other. It's probably best if we weren't friends and we go on with our life. I just want you to know I appreciate you for what you did. And, you know, you, even though whatever happened between you and Jules, what happened still saved my life. And, you know, that gave the incentive for Jules to tell the mom about the case and where she is now, this whole domino effect. I was fine with that and all their closure. We didn't need a 20-minute serenade for that. He could have kept that shit.
I was just gonna ask you that because her apology was a bit weird to me. I was like, are you being genuine or not? What she say? I have a lot of sorries, but not that many I forgive yous. That's just, it was kind of backhanded to me. You know, like, how do you say? That's just, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. I didn't really like it, and I couldn't tell. I don't know.
I felt like she was trying to like leave no room for like, yeah, I forgive you, but don't ever think we're gonna be back, you know, where we were. She was just kind of trying to cut ties off this episode.
See, that makes me just lose respect for Rue's character. How you gonna say that? How you gonna say thanks for accidentally saving my life, but I don't want to F with you no more? I just saved your life, dumbass. What kind of pride level is this?
He slept with Jules.
Oh, who gives a crap? She don't know that.
What the hell?
Am I tripping?
Did she not know that?
No, she never found out they didn't even sleep together.
Why does she keep skipping over it? Every scene that we got after they initially slept together, it would be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm skipping over that shit. I'm still not really. She kept skipping over it like she knew something that we didn't as a narrator. So I assume she knew about it. Is she just solely trying to walk away from them just because they, you know, tried to save her life and told the mom that she was on drugs?
Yeah, and they didn't sleep together though. They made out a little bit, but they didn't.
Who didn't sleep together?
Elliot and Jules.
That's not what I saw.
Well, they slept together. They had intercourse,
that's what I thought.
What, they showed it? Am I tripping?
They didn't like show it. It was insinuated though.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So when they had the scene, I think it was in episode 6. Where all of them that were in the bed, and then Rue went to the bathroom to pretend that she went to the bathroom to go sniff a line or do some type of drugs, and then is that the scene you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about I believe it's episode 6 that they sleep together after the whole situation. When he tells her, like, you know, I care about you too much to lie to you. I need to tell you, you know, I'm on drugs and she's on drugs also. She never stopped. She was never clean. And she just felt like it was a shot to the heart. And they ended up sleeping together.
Because didn't he say, why don't we all just sleep together? Or why don't we all have a threesome? Or why don't we
that was, you know, prior to that vulnerable moment when they were alone. Rue wasn't there anywhere. Like she had just, she thought, you know, things are going on, this, that. I think this was, I think this was right after they dropped her off at home or just let her go. And he was just like, you know, yeah, I need to be honest with you. Because, you know, they already had that little chemistry going. And once she realized, like, wow, Rue's been lying to me this whole time. She hasn't been clean. She, you know, leaned and fell all into Elliot for comfort. And they had sex.
Man, look, yeah, I guess they're gonna rip me up in the comments because I don't remember that. B don't be paying attention to his stuff. Black
All right,
people don't
I
take.
mean, well, what did you think was going on when Rue kept narrating and skipping over that? Like, yeah, Jules and Elliot. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't want
right.
to talk about that. You know?
Well, I know I remember that.
Yeah,
They did that at least twice. It was kind of
yeah,
funny. It was a comedic moment.
yeah.
Um, I think she was just like F them. I
Mm.
think she was just pissed off that she was betrayed, that they went to the mom or whatever and supposedly flushed a whole suitcase full of drugs. Like, that just doesn't make sense. But we can come back to that, I guess, in season 3. But Rue did come through though
Hmm.
when the play was appeared to have fallen apart. And
Yes.
hold on, what is her
Lexi.
name? What is her
I have
name?
no clue, but she whispers her little nice, cute baby
Yes,
voice.
like a little mouse. She's the cutest thing in the
Like,
world.
no, it's okay, Lexi. You're a bad bitch. This a bad
Yeah,
bitch play. Do
just
that
had,
shit. This is
yeah.
great.
Haiti, get back up. She's like, dust yourself off and get back on that pony. She's like, giddy up. I loved it. Remember, that's what she said. She had the little clipboard in the back. Giddy up.
Yeah,
I
she
was like,
was she was holding it down
yeah,
because
yeah,
everybody still at that moment, even though all this stuff is falling apart, they're like, is this a part of the play? We
right,
still
right.
feel like we're in the play. So
Don't
everything
question
was sounding
Lexi.
off.
That's what makes her so genius. Don't question her. I loved it. Whatever your name is, my sister, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look it up as we speak because I want to
Oh
give you some
man.
shine. But I hope we see more of you in season 3 because there's something adorable about you.
Oh, we
So,
better not. We better get all off into them being out in the world in season 3. I swear.
oh, I found her name. Her real name is Victoria S. Taylor. I think this is her
Okay.
right here. And so what is her character's name? It is Bobby.
Mm,
Bobby. So
would have
what's up,
never known.
Bobby? Yeah. So hello, Bobby. But like I was just saying, I like that Rude, like we were just talking about. She came through Lexi, Lexi,
Lexi,
Lexi.
Lexi.
That was dope. That was dope. And I like again, just like how this is shot. I
Yeah.
like this. It's just beautiful filmmaking to me. And there's your girl Lexi. I mean, your girl Rue talking about the Lexi thing, and the way they
Yes.
just kind of panned around the circle just gave them that energy.
Hmm.
And she's feeling the fire. Like, yeah, Haley, dust yourself off. Let's do this. Like it's wonderful. And she goes back out there, all that hot jazz right
Yeah,
there.
and I
So
thought that this was it, and then we continued on with
I
like
give you that.
20 more minutes of play.
I give you that. I give you that. I give you that. Now,
Oh,
when we go back here and Fesco knocked the hell out of Ashtray. At
oh.
first, I thought he was doing that like, you dumbass. What the hell are you doing? And I was like, yes, smack some
No,
sense
he's
into
like, we
him.
gotta make it look real.
I was like, oh man. I'm like, can you cuss him out a little bit? Like, can you just
Oh
show some
man.
anger? Like, why would you do that? Like, I wanted him to scream at him, but that's, I don't know, maybe he's slow or something.
No,
But
this was their moment to kill off his character. I don't know if little baby going off to do something else or if he has some boxing to do because he's a little professional. He's a little boxer,
for real,
but
for real. Oh,
y'all
okay.
just killed him off.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. But I gotta. It's crazy. What I
He just
gotta these
doesn't
guns
speak. He's
for?
like, stop. Don't do this. He's getting guns. It was just like, nope, I want to die. I
Yeah.
want to die. I was like, where is this coming from?
You know what?
Since
And
when?
he probably could have still lived if he didn't shoot that cop with a shotgun at the end.
Yeah.
He could have written it off. I'm not trying to be funny. I was going to use the R word, retard, but I'm being serious as far as I'm a little 12-year-old white boy that have a mental condition. I don't know what's going on. Cops coming here shooting. I thought I was defending. I'm sure he could have got away. Well, in some universe, he could have got away with it. But I got to ask you this. I don't know why she was looking so damn confused. Like she didn't know what was about to happen. Like, if somebody about to come through the door? Like, how do you not know that? Just lay on the ground. Like,
they
just lay
were
on the
trying to build
ground.
up intensity in that scene because you got to remember we had that happening in correlation with Nate and his fury and the gun, and it was like, who's going to come through the door? I'm like, we know it's the police, but they're trying to build it up as is it Nate or is it the cops? We don't know. We know who coming.
Right. We know who coming.
We know who coming. Stop.
I'm gonna mess with you too. That's gonna be the new. Hi, you guys. I love that. I love that. I love that. But yeah, let's talk about your boy Nate.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's speeding off, putting bullets in the you know what? It's funny how they try to make it dramatic. He's like loading the
For
gun
nothing.
as
Put
he's
bullets in that
driving.
gun for nothing.
As he's driving too, like that's not smart. A smart gun owner would never do that. Well, I don't want to say never. It's extenuated circumstances, but it was still intense though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was wondering what I don't know what reason would he
They set us
give the
up though. I
shooter?
was like, oh, he like feel like they didn't set me up on this damn play. Lexi done aired out all my baggage. And, you know, I think he has that narration at that moment of, you know, all my life I've been trying to cover for you as my dad and uphold you in the community. Let nobody see you for who, but now this is my moment. I thought he was going to kill Cal. I was like, that's the only, you know, only reason he could be cocking this gun. But once again, like the same thing with killing off Ashtray, it's a dramatic effect, and it's just like it's not a gun, it's a flash drive. I got, you know, that's why I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Thank you for the fake out.
You were stupid. It's a flash drive.
Like, okay.
What was the actual charge?
The charge, I wasn't sure what all he had, because he says like the disc, or I was like, did he go back, you know, once upon a blue moon and get everything he ever did and transfer it to that flash drive, or was it just the situation with Jules? Would have still been, you know, vows for arrest because Jules is underage. I'm not totally sure what all he had, but he had one of the other. I was concerned whether or not it was, you know, the disc with Jules, because I was like, you went all the way back there to flex and give Jules that disc just to use it now for your own personal gain.
Right. And which shows that Nathan still can't be trusted.
Assholes.
You know, yeah. If you're gonna you can't be, you can't do that, bro. You can't, like, I like how you use that flex on Jules. Like, yeah, I'm trying to be the Peter Pan and give you the evidence, but still I mean, he's using it against his dad. But to answer my own question, only thing I can think of is Jules is underage.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a form of rape and or molestation. I may be incorrect. You can let me know in the comments respectfully.
Did you see Cal living his best life though?
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. But just real quick, even though it's disgusting to record somebody in sexual activity without their consent, that's not illegal, is it? I don't think it is. It's frowned upon, of course.
I think it's illegal. Like once you decide to, because you know, a lot of people when they have it, it's only, I see people bring up charges when it's like a revenge porn type situation, when you try to, you know,
defamation or
something. Masses. But I think if you just have it, especially if, you know, it's just something you personally would want back. But I don't think so.
So guys, if you're watching, let us know what the official charge was. Because the only thing I can think of is
it has to be for Jules being
underage. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, you're right. This dude is, I said brother, he is living his best life, not giving a damn. Where these friends come from too? I mean, I'm assuming he just met the women. He didn't know they wasn't in his phone.
I low-key was hoping the dude in the role with all his fronts out. I was like, oh, is that the little high school little love? Is that y'all I went and found my little high school love, and we living our best life, and we got all of he had every taste of the rainbow there. I think he had an actual woman there. He had he had everybody there. I was like, oh, he has everything he could ever want. There's music, there's beer, and Nate is looking like, wow, you're really happy here. This is what you would prefer to do than be with your own family.
Now, right on, I'm gonna address that in a second, but is this a man or a woman to the right?
Those are both men.
Oh, those are both men.
Yeah.
Okay, now the one on the right looks like him. How is the person? Are you sure?
Those are both men.
Hold on, are you sure? How do you know that the person? I mean,
I remember looking at all three. That was a woman.
That's a woman
from my perspective, and the other two were men.
Really? Okay. Well, I mean, you would know more than me. You have that eye. So I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being for real, but okay, yeah. I mean, Kyle, if that's what you like, but you know, he's embarrassed. Hey, let's go have this conversation with Stairs. But I feel Nate. Yeah. I like the question he asked him. You know, hey, are you happy? He was like, no, you're not gonna get out of here excuse me, until you answer. And that is bullshit. You can't F up the life and then just move out and be like, oh, I'm happy. That's not fair at all. So I mean, we don't
Didn't
like
go
Nate.
far. I expected Cal had went, somewhere. You literally went to, I guess, the warehouse where you guys conduct business. Like, that's where you been all this time.
Here go your boy. Right. Yeah, and it's also interesting because last episode 6 or 7, where Nate was saying he does not care about what happens to his father, but he does care about what happens to the business. But now you outed your father. Yeah, now you outed your father, so the business could fall because it's gonna have that name. So I don't know if he went back on his feelings right there. But Kyle is in jail.
Yeah.
And that's look at him. Dang, one take, why ain't you here right now so we can all laugh about this scene in Kyle's face?
He loved for Cal to get a notch like he y'all love to see Cal get taken down a peg because Cal was having a good ass time. It just felt like he was so relieved. Like, you could really walk away not only from us but act like everything you did, like nothing you did here was justified. Like, you're not a good dude, Cal. But he just feels like, in turn of his father not being a good, I don't know how to feel when we have Nate trying to have, vindication and place everything on Cal. I'm like, all right, Nate. Okay. Yeah. You still Nate.
Yeah. You still Nate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm losing motivation right now because I just put up them ashtray photos or whatever. But we talked about
Tony Montana standoff. Like, I was like, damn, they really went far with this.
Let me ask you this though. How did you feel about what is Lexi's and Cassie's mom name again? I forgot. Is it Susie? Is that it? But how do you feel about her? Because I want to ask you, she came in and was like, hey, get dressed. It's about your dad. Yeah. And apparently he had an accident or he's in the hospital. Mm-hmm. And they're grieving. And then it transitions over to Lexi visiting Rue in the hospital. Yeah. I guess when she overdosed, and it's going back and forth. And I remember it transitioned back to the play. I thought that was one of the best things, but I was going to ask you, because I know you said you didn't like all the transitions and stuff. Did that seem okay to you?
Those moments were they were a bit confusing to me because I wasn't sure, because the way that it was going. Once I realized, like, okay, we never left the play, then I realized, okay, we're seeing these moments in real time as they happen, but this is still Lexi's perspective in the play. So I'm envisioning that, the characters or whatever, they're acting this out and these scenes are happening on the stage, because that's what I got from it. But it was nice to see those moments, but it's just like, because I was like, well, damn, is this happening now? But then once I saw how young Cassie looked, I was like, okay, well, no, this is old. And then of course we transition into Rue, and it was to show us, like, pretty much Lexi has been through a whole lot, and she's always tried to be there for everybody else. But I'm like, yo,
her mom even said that,
y'all could have said that without trying to confuse me. Stop it.
Also remember. This was earlier, I think maybe episode 5 or 6, where Cassie was losing her mind in front of her mom and Lexi at the crib. They wasn't together. She was like, fuck, can I just watch my TV show? You're getting on my nerve and blah, blah, blah. And she tried to justify that their life was just as bad as Rue's. Yeah. Her father died, but ours just left. Yeah. We have to see him sneaking in the house, chilling China plates and stuff for drug or alcohol money, which, is very sad. But when they was transitioning from the scenes of their dad in the hospital and Rue being in the hospital, I thought that was just trying to show, like, the parallels between the dysfunction or whatever. Mm-hmm. And like, maybe she is going through more than Rue, and we never looked at it that way. I don't know. It's just kind of something that kind of crossed my mind.
Because Lexi, she didn't have even their friendship to cope with, because they were really close. Not only did you lose your dad, you lost your friendship, and Rue has chosen to cope with the drugs. Like, you still have this coping mechanism this entire time. You haven't really had to deal with your feelings about anything. But in turn, we have Lexi, who has had to do that this entire time. And I think in that moment, we have Rue recognize that, and we have this moment of them reconciling and, kind of going beyond what they were, and the prospects of their friendship coming back. And then we transition back, and we have the two stage actors hugging on stage. And I was like, damn, so that didn't happen?
Yeah. You got me thinking over here, man. Got me thinking.
I'm like, so that didn't happen? Because I believe, because, I think we had Rue talking. She was talking about sobriety and all of these other things. And it was like, well, yeah, some time has went by. So Rue's okay and Lexi's okay. And then we go back, Lexi's, taking a bow, they're clapping, and Rouge it's like the ending of the play. So I took that as, okay, these are the things that she wants to see happen with, her group of friends or with Rue, but it hasn't actually happened yet.
I got you. And again, y'all let us know what you think in the comment section. I'm gonna say this. One of the things I mentioned this at the beginning aspect of this that I did not like at all, that I was I can't even think of the word, just clocking out, I guess, is the flashbacks of the funeral or the wake scene with Rue. It never does anything for me. I'm always like, can we please fast forward through this? This is blah. I always lose interest. And it seemed like it was extra long.
Extra. They keep reverting back to that same scene of her reading, and I think she's reading is it the eulogy? Or,
I don't even know. I zone out every time.
They use that moment like really often to make us identify with Rue and her struggle and her connection with her dad. And it's like, not to be, disrespectful, but it's like, okay, we get it.
It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. It just doesn't, unfortunately. Now, this bothered me as well. It was so nice to see Maddie, like Cassie was already getting her ass whooped in the way on stage. Then Maddie just had to get her 2 cents into, oh yeah, she needs to be put down. Goes up there. I mean, she was just like, bam, like, getting her, chased her down the hall and slammed her into the wall. I'm like, this is great. I love it. It was perfect. But then they're gonna show them in the bathroom. Like, are they friends now? Did they make up?
I mean, think it was just, I don't even think it was that. I think at that moment she just recognized where Cassie was, and she's just so blindly in love with Nate, and it's just like, girl, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. This is just the beginning. Like, I've been through some stuff with Nate. You just know the Nate and your perception of what he is and what your relationship is and your feelings. You don't really know what all you've sacrificed and what you've really given up to try to consider even being with someone like Nate. That's what I got from that. Like, we got the little, bitch slaps out the way. Now I could say what I need to say, but I don't see them, just being besties again from this situation.
Good. Because I'm not trying to be childish or petty, but like, Maddie has had such a hard exterior this whole series, season 1 and season 2. She showed her vulnerability a little bit with Samantha. Also, I forgot who she was talking to, but she was like, hey, just walk around like you have so much confidence or something, because nobody knows the truth anyway, or something. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, okay. And then, you're right. And then, oh gosh, what am I trying to say here? And then, I mean, I just say all of that to say, if you're going, so when she found out that Cassie was sleeping with Nathan because Rue outed her when she was destroying the neighborhood, she was so pissed off. But that episode 7, when they was doing the play thing, she didn't want to be the ass. She was just asking why, like, why would you do me like this? Even OneTake commented on like, wow, she really just wants an answer. She didn't want to beat your ass. But now we have this epic ass beat down. But then I would be so pissed off if they go back and then they're friends. She just forgives them.
Want to go there because she was beyond it. That's why I was just like, this isn't about Nate. This is about our friendship and what you're giving up. This was never about that. But in that moment of her trying to, take that moment away from Lexi and make it about her and do all that extra shit on stage, she's like, okay, well, now I got to stop shit because now she's doing too much.
I would just be disappointed if she just forgives her like this and
I
season
think she's
3,
gonna
they're going.
move on. I think she's just done with it. Like, you know what? You want to be with Nate? Go ahead. It's just like, well, not even just being with Nate. Like, you really gave up on our friendship for this. You don't know what you're gaining, and you want to do that. Go ahead. This is just the beginning. You have a lot of shit coming your way if you think that you just gonna be involved with Nate.
Maddie looks horrible. Yeah. And I agree with you too, because that look says it all right there.
It's
And
like
so,
sympathy. Like, all right, all right. Oh, like, girl, I can't even be mad. Like, oh, you really think? Oh, okay. Like, all right, go ahead, girl.
I got you. I got you. And so we see next that she apologizes, your girl Jules, and Rue gives her a kiss on the forehead. You know what I'm saying? So they still got some friendship. I mean, they got to work it out, and Jules was like, "Oh my God, she kissed me. Like, are we
Well,
friends
no,
now?"
I thought that was the end. I thought that was a breakup, like official.
Well, really?
Well, yeah, because you have Jules pretty much saying, can you, the same thing that Elliot said, like, can you ever, like, forgive me? Like, can we move on past this? And I think the forehead kiss and the walk off was like, I thought that was
just kind of like, give me some time. We're not there yet. I still got feelings for you, but we're not there yet.
I thought
I
it was
got to
like,
build this
girl,
trust back up.
I guess maybe it was just me hoping like they were starting to realize how great their friendship or whatever was when they were just friends. Cause I love when they were just friends. I never liked them in a relationship.
Right.
I thought that this was like, give me some time and I'll come back and, we'll be friends again.
Yeah,
You'll have somebody here. Cause you see like these last 2 episodes, she's been kind of wanting to confide in somebody. She's just been looking in their bathroom like, oh, I just wish I could talk to her. I wish I could say something. But I thought it was like, give me some time and we'll get back to that. But us and a relationship, that's not good for me. Just like me being friends with Elliot, isn't good for me. This is toxic.
I'll give you that. And now that I think about it, I don't think they were ever in a relationship or that was the goal. I just think they had a deep bond. And Rue is immature and childish right now and don't have that much experience in life, but you can't forgive Elliot and not forgive Jules. It's just she cared more about Jules, so she's going to be hurt more. Even though Jules did the right thing, and I think Rue knows that, she still feels betrayed. Like, damn, like,
but with how betrayed she is, that just gives me more incentives to think that it's not only about the drugs, because I think she appreciates that in hindsight for saving her life. I think it's just about, the betrayal, like you slept with Elliot.
And again, I don't think she knows that. I don't think, and I don't even think they did, but I could be wrong. They
gonna tell you in this. Yeah, they will tell us. Your audience be real. That didn't happen, Tyra. What that didn't happen, Brandon? Like, they be on it.
They sure do. They sure do. And like you said at the beginning, she walks out and talks about Ali, and that's the end of the episode right there. Yes. So I mean, I know how you feel about this episode. We've just been talking about it for 52 minutes, but how do you feel about the season overall? And do you like season 1 or season 2 better?
Of course, it's season 1.
Okay.
It's definitely season 1. I feel like the storyline was a lot better. It was, paced a lot better. Okay. I feel like it ended like season 1 ended so epic. That was a great talk about, the cinematography and the visuals and how everything, even though they accomplished some really good things here, the show is just beautiful in general. But I feel like season 1 was a whole masterpiece. This season here, I felt like they started to just slip a little bit. Not that it was bad, but it's definitely not as good as season 1.
Okay. So I agree. So if season 1 is a masterpiece, and we'll consider a masterpiece, a cinematic masterpiece, a 10 out of a 10, what would you rate season 2?
7
out of 10. Oh shit! Shoot, really? I thought it was gonna be like 8.5.
They could have got an 8 if they wouldn't have killed off Ashtray.
I got you. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if One Take rated the show. I'm gonna give it like an 8.5. If we're gonna consider season 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Because there was
season 1 just felt so inclusive to me. There was such a sense of completion, and there was still an opening for us to even linger, even with COVID and the time spent waiting for it. We were still so ready for the impact of what was going to happen in season 2, just based off of it. Just wrapped up so well and kept you invested in so many different people. The ending here, I'm just not sure what exactly do we have to look forward to, except we have the aftermath, because we didn't get I'm saying we didn't get the closure that we thought we did because it was still in the play. And we have Cassie. Everything is kind of in limbo. I don't know what are we waiting, like, oh, I can't wait to get the answers for this. The only thing that I think most of us will be looking for is, so are we going to open the next season with Fesco in an orange jumpsuit? Outside of that, where are we going
to? And I don't want to
go?
see that. And and I don't want to see that. It's not like I'm not looking forward to it.
But they didn't bother to mention, Rue and the case and the drugs, and they just left that where it was. It was almost like it didn't happen.
Trafficking. Right. And I was still upset that Rue destroyed the whole city and didn't get in trouble for it. Like she causing all types of wrecks, people insurance payments going up because of her, and she just disappearing in the wind. And they also dropped the ball on this character right here.
Oh, terribly. Yeah, terribly. Like,
I know,
why?
I know there was some drama between her and the writer or something like that. And they I guess cut her scenes, but
I'm assuming when the next season starts, they will have written her character off and out of the show altogether. But I'm like, y'all found a way to, clip off Ashtray real quick. Y'all could have did some. Cat could have moved and, started doing Pornhub somewhere. I don't know. Something could have transpired other than her just being around to manhandle and stop Maddie all season and, play around with Ethan and say, she has brain tumors and she's about to die. And, that was just mess. So tasteless. Like, I used to really enjoy Kat's character versus, and that's another element of why I feel like, this season isn't as great as, that first one, because we have storylines like this one.
Yeah, they really could have took it places with her. I'm not promoting women take off your clothes and dance online, but for a high schooler to do this, and her character did deal with body positivity. I'm not going to call her obese, but it did deal with women and having confidence in her body, and she found confidence. You may not like the way she did it, but that was just a very interesting story point that I'm pretty sure a lot of women have gone through in life or thought about that can put some things on the forefront. You have other people like that in the media that I don't agree with how they do it. Like, I think you may know what I'm talking about as a Black Lizzo, but I mean, I was really interested in seeing where they was going to go with that. It could have been a lot of good lessons.
Somewhere that I think the writers, I'm not sure if it's true, but I read that the writers maybe wanted her to have an eating disorder, and she didn't agree with that. So she was like, "Fuck all of that."
I got you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us know what you thought about the episode. Let us know what you thought about the season, whether you liked this season finale, if you like season 1 or season 2 more, and what would you rate them? Let us know down in the comment section. Also, let us know, do you agree with us as far as our distaste for the death of Ashtray, the legendary warrior? Should he still be alive? Or does it make sense that he did what he did? Is Lexi the villain? Do you feel sorry for Nate? Do you feel sorry for Cal? Do you feel sorry for anybody? We want to know everything down below in the comment section. Spoil it away, because, of course, this is a spoiler-filled review.
Yes.
And so, that'll wrap it up, guys. And so, that's the end of our Euphoria. Hold on, let me get the let me do it right. That is the end. I'm just being extra dramatic over here.
Our Euphoria
season 2, episode 8 recap. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I mean, how do you feel about the time spent? Like I think, what did it say, 2024?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why we have to wait.
Are you still going to have interest in 2024?
I mean, I might, but at the same time, how are these actors?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, well, they're not gonna age too well because they're in their 20s. But if they were children,
well, no, some of them, I think, like Maddie is in her 30s.
Really?
Yeah, Maddie's the oldest cast member.
You're kidding me. I think I know Cassie's like 24, 25. But let's see, Maddie Perez or Alexa Demi. What's her name? Oh yeah, she was born in 1990. So you're right. She's 32. She'd be 30. Oh, okay. Well, look at that. I didn't know. Okay.
We have that. I think Zendaya might be getting up there, getting a little closer to, her. How old is Zendaya? Zendaya's maybe 20, maybe 27, 28 at that point? I don't know.
96. I can't do the math. So that's I think you're right.
Yeah, they're just getting a little older. I'm hoping once they come back, they're just in real life. I don't really have any interest in seeing them walk the school halls anymore.
I got you. Yeah. You know, what you want to see this story continue in college or
Yeah,
anything like
college
that?
or some aspect, just with the total life changes and drama and the drugs and the sex and the partying. I think they need to go. If not for nothing, that play stamped it. We need to get out of high school.
Yeah, Jules is 23.
Yeah,
Jules is 23. I got you. Fesco was born in 98. These people are a lot younger than I thought. I'm just gonna look up one more. I think she's 25. Yeah, she's 97. Okay. All right. Well, that's what's up right there, guys. So I thank y'all for tuning in again for this Euphoria season 2, episode 8 recap. Tyra, before we head out of here, why don't you let the good people know what you got going on your channel out there that you would like to promote?
Oh, everything.
Watch all the videos.
I do feel like I'm gonna do a recap for Snowfall, so that should be dropping, if not tonight, then tomorrow. And I also want to do some more throwback stuff. So that's what's coming up on my channel.
Already. And we got this over here on mine. Me and Tyra did our recap for season 5 of Snowfall, episode 4. So check that out. I also have my episode 7 recap of Bel Air. And as you can see, everything else on the screen too. Make sure you come back this Sunday for my movie news roundup show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff like our brother Ryan Coogler, director, getting accused as a bank robber at Bank of America, man, and what's going on with that crap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I saw that. I think the teller was black too, and
yeah, she was.
Yeah,
black and pregnant.
I'm still going in. I'm still going in because I got some stuff to say. If you want to hear that, subscribe to my channel. Come back this Sunday, 6:30 p.m. CST. It is going down. But guys, again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's Tyra, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.